Good morning from Julia Carroll on my 2026 weight loss journey. Today is Sunday, April 26th. It's also my brother's birthday. Happy birthday, brother. So when I started this video, before I did the video, I did some counting. Given that it's April 26th, I have officially been trying to lose weight since January 1st. So it's been 116 days. So I'm very pleased with it. I weighed today, but it's sort of an unofficial weight. I will state what it is, but I don't expect to stay there because I didn't eat a whole heck of a lot yesterday. So 278.3 or 4, something like that. So that is quite a bit. It's more like, if I eat lunch today, it'll be more like 280. So I started at 325.4 or 5. I didn't check that. So, oh God, that's math. Jiminy Christmas, what is that? 220, 45 pounds, roughly speaking, 45 pounds since January 1st. So I'm very pleased with the results I've gotten. Works very well. This is my cat, Meow Meow. And you see Meow Meow? She meows quite incessantly. Peanut, get out of my way. So I'm pleased with how well I'm doing food-wise. I'm really not consuming food at a gluttonous level. I'm eating whole foods, not a lot of processed foods. I don't eat a lot of sugar. I'm trying to eat more vegetables. I harvested my first real vegetable today. I was growing a baby bok choy, just one. So I harvested it. I'll show you what it looks like. I washed it, and when I make my chicken Caesar salad today, I think I might just put some bok choy. This is my baby bok choy. Hope you can see that. So it's not super fancy and it's not a lot of food, but it's something. And it's the first thing I grew that has been harvested. I decided to plant some more seeds since I have an empty space in my green stock. So I thought I'd just do that. It's been kind of wet and rainy out. Not the best of weather. But my plants are doing really well. I mean, they really like the rain. They've shot up. My vegetables, I'm starting to see stuff. I have 3 little green beans that have started to grow. Nowhere near harvest time. They're still super small, but they have grown. I've got 3 little cherry tomatoes that are popping out, and a whole bunch of vegetables that are going to flower. And of course, my potatoes and carrots seem to be doing well. My crookneck squash has a whole bunch of fruit ready coming out. So it just needs a little more slightly sunnier days and a little more warmth, and it'll be good. But yeah, so I'm very pleased with that. Oh, Peanut, you're in my way. So I'm going to go to church today at about the 11:30 service. So I'm just doing this video before church, and then I need to run an errand after church because I'm going to kind of a dollhouse making class this Friday in Lodi. So we'll see how that goes. So I need to get some acrylic craft paint to paint my dollhouse kitchen. If I want something other than black and white, I need to bring it. So that's sort of just the general life stuff. Back to the food. I have discovered kind of a trick that seems to be working really well, because I personally don't know how well I'll do for the remainder of my life eating nothing but meat and a little bit of vegetables or a little bit of fat. It's not easy. I do like carbs. So I've kind of figured out a strategy for myself. The carbs that I try and eat mostly are the vegetables. I will have potatoes soon, but that's neither here nor there. It's kind of like if I eat something higher in carbs, if I want to have a sandwich, if I want to do something like that, I need to kind of be pretty tight with eating more meat and fat for the next couple of days. Get the blood sugar back, get the carb count back to 25 or less. So I think I'm going to be employing that strategy where I allow myself, a little dessert once in a while. And at this point, the dessert really is, I have a Chobani mixed berry yogurt. So put a few actual berries in it and treat that as dessert. I don't want to get myself in the habit of doing dessert because that's a bad idea. Things like ice cream, cookies, chocolate, candy, that is a no-go for dessert. Things like a little yogurt with some fresh fruit, I think is a go. Simply because, fat and sugar wise, it is a little better. Is it more healthy than ice cream? My preferred would be ice cream, but this is a good alternative, especially if I only do it once a week. I only bought one Chobani mixed berry yogurt cup. So I do eat berries, but I sometimes try not to eat fruit every single day. The thing I do try and eat more every day, meat and vegetables. I don't eat vegetables to excess, with the possible exception of potato and corn. I can go, potato salad could be a trigger. I could go kind of haywire with potato salad. But generally speaking, I do not go haywire with carrots, green beans, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, that kind of stuff, or bok choy. As nice as that little bok choy head was, it's not going to fill me up. It's not going to hardly produce enough calories or carbs to matter. I've noticed the leaves, though, on the bok choy are good for if I wanted to do something like, a hamburger, cheeseburger, and not wrap it in a bun, but put it in leaves. Bok choy leaves might be a really good size. Put 2 leaves top and bottom, and you can hold it and not have a whole bunch of extra leaves remaining, where some lettuce is like that. So that's a possibility. I don't know. I'm not necessarily going to do that because I think I'll just chop up the bok choy and put it in my romaine lettuce for the chicken Caesar salad I'm going to have after lunch, or for lunch today after church. I have a rotisserie chicken in the refrigerator. So I'm going to cut the other breast off and use that with kind of the Fresh Express chicken Caesar salad mix. And that's going to be my lunch with the bok choy. I had thought about cooking it up, frying it up with some carrots and green beans I have. Which, I have enough. I have quite a few little leaves. I could do both if I wanted. And I might, because I'll have plenty of rotisserie chicken. I have some leftover green beans and I have leftover chicken. So I could have chicken, green beans, and some bok choy with a little bit of carrots for dinner tonight, and just do the salad for lunch. That's how I'm down to 278 or 279, is because I've really only been eating 2 meals. I'm just not terribly hungry, which is a good thing. So maybe I'm burning fat, which I hope so. I seem to be. the walking is not where I would like it to be. I'm not walking as effortlessly as I'd like. It hurts more. Now this video is 10 minutes already, so I've been walking standing for 10 minutes, which is good, but it's not quite sufficient. I'm struggling getting the exercise in. We've had more rain this year than I remember this time last year, so it feels a little weird. But yeah, things just, it's not as easy. My knees and my back hurt a little more than they did when I lost weight in 2023. So I'm trying not to compare this time of losing weight with 2023. This is going to be different. I'm not going to crap out on myself. I will finish it, whatever that looks like, and really make this way of eating truly a change permanently, which means I do feel like I kind of need to give myself where I'm not as stringent with my food every single day. And like last week, I got together with my brother's family and we did monsoon burger and I had cheeseburgers wrapped in lettuce, and I did have some French fries. So I think it's one of those things that if I'm electing to have carbs, they need to matter. And it's still better that I don't allow myself sweets in the form of carbs. If I'm going to have carbs, it would be better to make potato salad. It'd be better to have French fries, or it would be better to like fry up a potato or eat a potato with dinner as my carb with some butter and salt and maybe even a little cheese sprinkled on, and not allow. So the food that needs to be carbs needs to be maybe a sandwich that I really like. Rayleigh's makes this wonderful roast beef and cheddar sandwich that I love on Dutch crust bread. So I need to be making things like the bread for that sandwich, the dessert. The whole sandwich is dinner and then nothing else. So I am allowing myself very occasionally carbs like that. I know I can't allow myself chocolate, ice cream, cookies, not really even chips too much either. Although I did have some chips, single serving size of the Pirate's Booty, which is good, but I used to compulsively eat Pirate's Booty, so that's not a good idea. So it is what it is. It's just little strategies to make sure I don't allow myself too much food that's a trigger item for myself. And we're at 13 minutes and 34 seconds. So I'll hang in this video for another minute and a half and cap it at 15, which I think is good because I will have some walking I need to do for my parking lot at church when I go in. I wish I was looking forward to church, but it's so difficult to go sometimes. But it isn't about me, it's about Jesus. And that's what he likes. He wants me to assemble with others because he doesn't want me to not hear wisdom from the pastor, but he also wants me as part of corporate worship. And as a follower, well, one needs to follow Jesus, and he's going to church. So I guess I need to go to church. Not that going to church saves you, it doesn't. Jesus saves. But there is an element of once you're saved and a follower of Jesus, you kind of need to follow Jesus and what he directs. He gets to be the leader of the pack. He makes the rules in everything. And sometimes those rules human beings do not like who to marry, who to love, what to eat, what to drink, what to watch on television, what TV shows, what books to read, how to talk to people, how to interact, how you do business. Jesus has the final say in all that stuff, and conduct and behavior matter when you're a follower of Christ. You can't claim Christ and then act like the world. It does not work. So I'm submitting to his desires and going to church, though my heart's kind of not in it. But I'm hoping my heart will get in it. And I need to get out of the house too. So I'm going to sign off now from Julia Carroll on my 2026 weight loss journey. Take care. Bye-bye.